Hey folks, welcome to Steve Cow Golf, and today I thought I'd do something a little different. We're going to do a follow along video. So if you've got half hour spare, basically this is follow along, do everything that I do, and let's see if we can make you a better golfer. So, right, we're going to get started with a quick little warm up just to get the blood pumping, just to get an idea of how you're feeling today body wise, and then we'll dive into hitting some balls. So first up, we're just going to do some bounce jumps. So side to side, straight up and down again, and 5 side to side. And then from there, straight into 6 squats. From there, straight into some lunges with some twists. So lunge, open, lunge, open. Okay, getting warm now. Next up, we're going to do some leg swings. So grab a 7-iron or something, hold the head end so it doesn't slip, and we're basically going to do 15 of these on each side. Next leg. Okay. Right, now we're going to do an A-frame stretch. So spread your legs, elbow to knee, then 6 of these. Swap sides. Okay. Hopefully you're starting to feel the old blood pumping now, especially on this cold day like I've got today. Right, next one we're going to do some tricep stretches. So arms up, tip one over, grab the elbow and just gently pull. Hold that for a few seconds. Swap sides. Then we're going to reach across and do some side bends, stretching out, just trying to elongate this whole side of your body. And same the other side. So one side might be feeling tighter than the other, just be aware of that. Okay, right, now let's get some golf movements a bit more involved here. I'm just going to do something slightly different. So next time you do this, grab yourself one of these rubber bands, and then you're going to pop it through your ankles, get into golf posture, and you're literally going to crab walk across. Should feel a burn in the old gluteus minimus, maximus, whatever it is. Oh yeah. Okay, that'll do for that. And then we're going to imagine you've got a big medicine ball, and we're going to now start to wind it up. So really, imagine a yoga ball, big yoga ball, winding it up, keeping hold of it the whole time. So there's your back swing, and then throw it out down the range. Wind it up, throw it out, wind, throw. So just a few of those. And then lastly, we're going to finish off with some massive jumps. So as high as you can, as explosive as you can. We'll do 3 of them. Okay, that is the body warm-up done. Blood is pumping. I'm now ready to go. Let's get a golf glove. Grab your sand iron or something. Doesn't really matter what you use, but something wedgy. And all you're going to do now is make some small swings. So we're just going to go really narrow, feet 6 inches apart, and just make some little half swings. And all you're doing here, we're not worried about where they're going. All you're trying to do is get a strike on the golf ball. Try and find your rhythm for the day. So I'll probably hit 5 of these. Just get a bit of an idea. Right, let's do one more small one. Okay. So now we're just going to ramp it up a bit. So we're just going to slightly widen the stance. So if that first shot was about 50 yards-ish, we're now going to try and hit it. See if we can go 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Again, I'm purposely not putting this in the right place for tracer because I'm not fussed about where they go. So you can either use this as a pre-warm-up before you go out, or even I'd like you to do this even before you have a practice session, to be fair, especially if you're working on anything long swing wise. Short game, you don't need to warm up so much. Right, a couple more. Starting to get more into my fuller swing now. Okay, so hopefully you've got a bit of an idea of how everything feels. I'm getting warm, so I'm going to strip off and then I'll jump back in with you. Okay, that's a bit better. Right, so now we're going to go, so entirely up to you what you want to practice here, but I'm going to hit some 7-irons, some 4-irons, and then a couple of drivers to finish. And this will be my warm-up before I go play. So we'll just go through that. So if I say I'm going to hit, what do we got? There you go, I've got 4 balls there. So I'm going to hit 4 7-irons, 4 4-irons, 4 drivers. And what you'll start to see now, well, for me, I've got the shot tracer on, so I can see where they're going. If you're on the range, you'll be able to see whether they're left or right, and then you can make some adjustments accordingly, especially if you're going to go out and play. So lefty, lefty. Little adjustment, bingo. Again, we're not worried about, is this warm up? It's not really about where they're going so much, more about getting your body going and just trying to get a strike on it, to be fair. Okay, right, we're starting to dial it in now. Right, so I'm now into 4-iron. So you might decide to go 8-iron and 5-iron, or 7-iron and hybrid. I'm just trying to find a little bit of tempo, just to see how the body's feeling. It's very easy to get wrapped up in what's going on. Ooh, a little bit chunky, that one. Whew. Yeah. Nice one, didn't pick it up. Okay, right, let's finish off this warm-up with a couple of drivers. And they're only not picking this up because the monitor's in the wrong place. But I'm just trying to hit a few shots. Feels good. All right, let's just do one more of those. In fact, the last one, how I want you to do it is, this is, if you're going to go play, the last club you pull is what you're going to hit off the first tee, and I want you to go through your full routine with it. So for me, I always start behind the ball, have a practice swing, and then visualize the shot, grip it, walk in, looking at my intermediary spot on the floor, get settled, one last look at the target, and then go. And if that was a good one, then I would ready to go play golf, hit a few putts or whatever, and then go play. If it wasn't so good, I'd potentially hit another one. I probably would hit another one, and if that wasn't great, then I'd maybe go to a 3-wood because I want that confidence of the first tee shot rather than having some negative thoughts in there. So that concludes the warm-up. So if you're going to go play golf now, have a great round. If not, and you're just doing this as a practice session, let's spend the next 20 minutes and I'm going to really dive deep into how I want you to use a half hour. Well, we've spent 10 minutes of it warming up, so the next 20 minutes, how are we going to use this session wisely so you can get the most out of it. Okay, so this next 10 minutes isn't going to be about let's rapid fire go through loads of balls. This is more the technical practice. So if you are working on anything with your coach or you're working on something specific, then this is what you're going to spend this 10 minutes on. The reason we're only going to do 10 minutes is we don't want to be so intense on technique that you end up wrapped up in sort of paralysis by analysis. So I'm just going to go through what my thoughts are at the moment because I've been working with someone. So for me, I have a tendency to get a little bit, I move off the ball a little bit too much, and then I get some right side bend too much. I'm always good with my hands and timing it, but I don't want to rely on timing because that's when under pressure the balls can start to get a little bit squiffy. So my feelings at the moment in my backswing, I'm really trying to stay centered and rotate. So if I had that club there, I'm rotating behind it, creating a little bit of a gap here. And then from there, I'm really trying to come in with my shoulders much more level, not this way. So it's a very, very different feel. So what it's done with me is I've ended up, I've got to change how I release the golf club. But this is just me. So whatever you're working on, spend the next 10 minutes now. So you can either pause this video, fast forward it, whatever you want to do. So we're going to go stick a stopwatch on, 10 minutes, hit some balls, work on some stuff, lots of practice swings, lots of field drills, whatever you're working on. And then I'll see you in a little while. out there. Okay, so I thought I'd give you a little bit of data here. So I've hit, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 10 minutes, I've only hit 12 shots. And then if we look at my average distance is 170, which I would expect it to be. Where are you? There we go, 170. Not worried about the total distance because its carry numbers are more important. And 0 degrees offline dispersion wise. But if we look at the two shots, my worst one, which is, so I've had one that's gone 14 yards left and another one that's gone 10 yards right. So my dispersion with a 7-iron for those 12 shots is 24 yards. Obviously those are the outliers, the rest of them are pretty much in single digits. So I know I was working on some technical stuff there, but even in a sterile environment as it were, so I've got perfect lie, perfect conditions, all the data in front of me, and I'm just hitting a stock shot. My dispersion with a 7-iron is still 24 yards wide. Okay, so I think a lot of this is, don't be so hard on yourself. If you do get those bad ones, you will have them. We're just trying to make your bad shots better, basically. You're still going to have some bad ones, and then lies and wind and all that stuff's can affect it. But if you know roughly what your dispersion is, you can make more informed decisions on the golf course. Right, so what we're going to do now, the next 10 minutes, we're going to have a little bit of fun. So we're going to start, I'm just going to use one club again just to mess around with. And basically there's 9 ball flights, so you've got right to left, low, medium, high, straight, low, medium, high, and left to right, low, medium, high. So I'm going to see if I can hit all of those shots in the next 10 minutes. So we'll start with, I'm going to start low left to right, and I'm going to work my way around that way. So low left to right with a 7-iron. So I've got the screen here, you should be able to see it. So low shot, I'm just basically going to go back in the stance slightly, lean the shaft more, and make sure I start it left and hold the face open. It's low. Is it left to right? Not really, definitely not. So I need to do that again. So I'm not going to move on until I've passed. There we go. Low, left to right, ended up just right at the target, absolutely fine. Mid trajectory now, so I've got to hit it higher than those two balls there, still with the left to right flight. So this is just stock position, aim left, hold the face open. Absolutely spot on. I do believe that's in the hole. Just to right. So that one, 160, so I was 10 yards off my normal stock 7-iron. So when you start to mess around with this, and especially if you've got data like this, you can start to see, so I've struck that perfectly, the swing speed would have been similar, but because I've opened the face slightly, it's added loft, and because I'm cutting across it, the energy's going in a slightly different direction. But that'll get me bending around a little tree, or if I don't want it to go right, left, that's the shot I can play. Right, now we're going to go for a high one, so higher than that trajectory, still left to right. So ball's off the front foot now. Oh, lovely. Come on then. Yeah, well. Okay. Was it high enough though? Definitely higher than the other one. I'll take that. Right, now I'm going to hit some. Let's go for the right to lefters now. In fact, I'm going to change the colour. Now the beauty of doing this is messing around on the range. We're not really dialing into, not getting super technical with it. We're just seeing if we can actually play these shots. So if you need it to bend left in the sky, you've got to have the club face left. It's then a question of how much left and where do you start it. But if you play around with it, you'll get a better idea. So all we're doing is improving your skill set. So I'm going to send it out to the right. Ball back in the stance. Perfect. So as right to left seems to be my stock shot at the moment, it should be easier. So this one I'm going to move, or hit the normal. I'm not going to do my normal shot, which is quite a little baby draw. I'm actually going to hit a bigger one, as if I had to hit it round some trees. So this is mid-flight now, so normal ball position. Lovely jubbly. And now a higher one. So ball up in the stance. Oh, have I left it open? Oh no, come back. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, long as well. So there's the three straight off the bat, right to left. Let's see which way I'm playing this year. Right, so for everyone who says I want to hit it straight, this is now the straight shot. So low, straight, low, mid, low, straight, low, mid, and high. Okay. So 0 degrees of offlineness with 0 degrees of face twisting. Not a chance, but I'll try my best. So low one first, so back in the stance. Oh, I'll tell you what, that's not bad, that. We'll take that. And then mid-flight, so normal ball position. It's pretty good as well. So the issue with trying to start it straight is any deviation on the club face is sending it off target. But those two, pretty tasty. Final one then, high, straight. Wow. Well, I don't think I'd do 3 in a row out like that. That's not particularly high though. That's not gone much higher, so I'm going to have to do another one. Damn. Oh God. Oh, too far forward in the stance. So if you ever play in the high shots, you've got to make sure that the lie is good. And even then it's tricky. Right, come on. Got this. Get up, 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 up. Not really sure I'm going to hit it any higher than that. So we'll mark that down as a pass. So experimenting like this is going to give you a bigger skill set. It stops you getting too wrapped up in technique. It's more about play around with it. This is what we used to do as kids growing up. Who can hit the biggest slice, who can hit the biggest hook, who can hit it the lowest. And when you start to get an understanding, it's not about how well you hit it, it's like, can you do it? And the more you get an idea of this, then you can start to put that into play on the golf course. And that's when you're, rather than chipping out sideways out the trees, you can then potentially take it on. You've got to weigh up all the other risks, but if you know how to bend the ball, it makes it a lot more fun, but also potential to lower your scores. So, we've done our block practice. Sorry, we've done our block technical practice. We've just done some random practice, hitting different shapes. Obviously, I've just done it with one club, but you can use multiple clubs. And then the final thing, we're going to make it a little bit more competitive. So I'm going to get one of the golf courses up on here and play a few holes for the next 10 minutes, see what happens. Okay folks, so the last 10 minutes we're going to spend playing an imaginary golf course or a virtual one that I've got here. So you can imagine you're playing your own course if you're on a driving range with no technology in it. Give yourself some targets on the range to imagine imaginary fairways, and what would that leave you? Would you need a bender shot? Would you chip it back in play? So I'm going to play this one. This is quite a long way, 440 yards, so I'm just going to hit driver down there and see what it leaves me. Okay, nice fairway finder. Haven't hit it particularly far, but it's nice and straight. And I've left myself 200 yards. So that to me is a 5-iron. And you can go through your routine and everything as if you would do on the course. Oh dear. Right out the toe. Ow. In the bunker. So, the beauty of these virtual games is you can play proper golf. Right, 32-yard bunker shot, which will probably be a perfect lie. So I'm just going to hit a 30-yard shot. Oh, where's that gone? Oh, no, it was more like a bunker shot. Auto putt, yep. 2 putts from 35 foot, that's about right. On to hole 2, par 3, 167. So I have had a little break because I've been teaching. So I almost need to re-warm myself up again. That's my excuse anyway. Right, 167, 7-iron. Oh, find a piece. Stick, duck. Auto putt, green in regulation. 2 putts from 39 foot, yeah. Right, back to another long hole, long and straight, so we'll go with driver again. Ooh, bit of left bend. Right, 130 yards out of the rough. Pitching wedge, I'm presuming that marker is straight at it. Go, go! Oh no! Oh, definitely not warmed up. Another bunker shot. So final one. Oh wow, that's got a lip on it. I like this. I have to play more of this more often. Especially this frozen time of year. Right, let's open the face up. Okay, stop. Auto putt to finish. 36 foot, 2 putts. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an idea of how I would spend 30 minutes doing a session. If there's more things you need to work on, then you can spend more time in one area, but doing it like this, it just keeps you fresh for those 10-minute segments. If you have an hour to practice, you can potentially do 20 minutes of each, or half an hour like we've just done, and then go and do some short game work, some putting or whatever. So it's all about using your time effectively, and hopefully those scores, you'll start to see them come down. So hope this has helped. Any questions, just pop them in the comments, and I shall see you guys very soon.